I'm Dan, I'm 15, and I'm going to be a sophomore. I am a sophomore at Hen Hud, and my main goal in life is to become the President of the United States.
Someday, I wanna lay down like God did on Sunday.
Hi, I'm Vidya, Daniel's mom.
My name is Dan Saleem. I'm Daniel's brother.
So I am one of Daniel Saleem's close friends.
My name is Raj Hussain. I'm Daniel's grandmother.
Daniel Saleem is my best friend.
And I'm really proud to say that Dan has been quite the inspiration.
Always know what he wants in life. Always go for the better half. He don't care who get the other part, but he wants the better part.
And he is a very determined person. He doesn't give up on his dreams.
It was really hard growing up with Daniel because he's the only Republican in the House. Everyone else is Democratic. You see a lot of debates. But he is determined, I guess. He really wants to be president when he's older.
Driven when he has a particular goal. He can get overly attached though.
He has quite a unique enthusiasm about events that really, it's quite an awe to me to see him grow this way and develop, and to such a mature young man. Daniel's goal, of course, is to be President of the United States one day.
He will tell his brother, Sean, I got this. I will be the president and you will be the vice president. Okay, we will be living in the White House. Always talk about somebody, want to be somebody great. And always would tell me, Grandma, you don't have to worry. I'll take care of you because you're taking care of us.
He's not easily influenced by other people. He has strong opinions and very political.
He has been unfaltering in his devotion to see the truth and to really support what the American government and law stands for.
Daniel Saleem can get very obsessed when he has a certain goal, and sometimes that goal can be realistic or unrealistic.
So I guess you could call my interest in politics an obsession. I kind of started during the 2016 election because I just thought the rush of politics was really interesting. And I saw both parties' oppositions and both parties and how they went about defending their positions. And I just thought it was so interesting. And back then I did want to be a doctor. And I thought, hey, what can I do to make everyone's life better when a doctor can make only a few people's lives better? Not saying that doctors aren't great, but I just think that being a politician and being a leader allows one person to help so many people. And that's what I want to do. So I was born at St. John's Riverside Hospital in Yonkers, New York on the 6th of November 2004. My mother actually worked at St. John's at the time as a registered nurse. And my father, him and my mother had won the $1 million lottery at the Subway Series one year around that time. And they had invested in a business called Just a Buck, and they had their own little franchise. That's not too far away from here, Mayo Pack actually. However, after the 2008 financial crisis, things sort of went downhill. They had to sell the business, and my mother and father found different career paths. So school-wise, I started right here in Croton. It was through the Looking Glass daycare, that was first, and then I went to a private Catholic school called St. Augustine's. And unfortunately, my grandmother broke her back, and we had to move to Mount Vernon, where she lived, to help her out. But after she was, all recovered, we moved right back here to Croton, and that's when I went to Frank G. Lindsay Elementary School. The minute I walked in Frank G. Lindsay, I realized that I was different because I was the kid that was left of center. I dressed up in suits and ties every day. And you see, in Catholic school, in private school, you have to dress up. So I thought that in public school we had to do the same thing, and that's what started my fancy fashions. 6th grade was awesome. I met some of my closest friends today, Jane Jacobson, Tyler Robinson, all those kids. It was fun. I learned what popularity was. I had friends who liked me because of my differences. High school was a ray of hope for me. It was just so great to get a breath of fresh air, to be in a different school other than middle school, which was so toxic. And my 9th grade career was amazing. I had teachers who loved me. I had wonderful teachers. I became the vice president of the school. As the youngest person to become vice president, I was so happy. I was in shows, and actually I was in the Seussical the Musical as the main character Horton the Elephant on May 18th. And that was the day that my father left. I was numb at first when my mother gave me the news. She didn't tell me right away. She told me a few days later, after I went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I came home, took a nap, and when I woke up, my whole family was there. We were sitting down in the living room upstairs. And they showed me a text that he sent. And it was basically stating that he had left the country. He wasn't planning on coming back. And that was it. He was gone. And I had to come to terms with it. I knew that. And honestly, it took a few months to get back to myself. But I couldn't show anyone that. That's why it was tough. I kind of put on a mask at school. I showed people that I was fine. I was happy. But really I wasn't. I was hurting so deeply inside, because when I see other people's dads, hanging out with them, I know that I'll never have that. I'll never get to come home to see my dad watching the TV, my mom working on stuff, and my brother playing video games anymore. It was over. So my biggest fear is that I feel like people, because I'm so different, secretly don't want to be my friend, or secretly don't want to talk to me. They're just someday going to forget about me and leave me. And failure haunts me. So many things haunt me. And I feel like it's coming, but at the same time it's creeping upon me every day. It's a scary thought, because you have all these things going on in your mind and you have to act so stable on the outside. And then people are just talking to me because I give them the homework, or because I'm helping them out with something, not because they actually care. And that hurts. There's a famous show that I watched, and one of the quotes in the show that I bonded with was, "Sometimes and someday in your life you're going to find out that everyone loves you, but nobody likes you. And that is the loneliest feeling in the world." But honestly, that's all in the past now. And the new year is coming up, and that is something to look forward to.
Mask on, we trick-or-treating.
FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America, is an organization that I'm part of, that most of my friends are a part of, and it's basically an organization which allows people like myself, like young people, to explore future career options, such as, health administration, public speaking. You go somewhere, you go on a trip, where everyone from FBLA in the country joins you, and you compete, and you meet other people, and that's my favorite part, because FBLA, aside from a competitive organization, is a networking organization, and I just love meeting the people.
Hi, I'm Zoe Hanfman. I currently serve as the State Vice President for District 3S, which involves 4 high schools. And my role within the state and our district is to host 2 conferences, one in the fall and one in the spring. And Daniel Saleem, thank you so much for having me, is always there to help in various ways. In the fall, for our fall conference, he actually was interviewed to become our district secretary, and he obtained that role, and ever since then he's been working so hard and diligently to just make sure that our district furthers in success, and he's always there to make sure that everything is running smoothly, as good as possible. So Daniel, I just want to say thank you for that, and just like a message to you for the future. Like, I see already how hard you work, and everyone around me and you and your family, everyone, literally everyone sees how hard you work, and just the amount of success that you're going to have in the future is definitely just there. like you're striving for it and you have all the right intentions and morals and goals. And just in the future, it looks really bright. And I just wish you the best. And I just want to say thank you again for being such a great help to our district and the state.
A few years ago, I met these guys from Kentucky. I still stay in contact with them. They are so amazing. And what's really interesting is they have a totally different culture than what I follow in New York. And our chapter, as the Hendrick Hudson High School chapter in FBLA, is thinking about going to Denver, Colorado. And I'm very excited for that.
So I pulled out my little passport card and showed them that. Don't take a picture of that. And yeah, and then they did a drug test.
The terminal, ground transportation.
So yeah, we're in Denver, Colorado for FBLA. It's the NFLC, National Fall Leadership Conference. And you know, I'm looking forward to seeing some new workshops on leadership improvement, things that are going to strengthen our school. And that's basically it. Good morning, FBLA. My name is Dan Saleem and I'm your District 3S. My name is Dan Saleem and I'm your District 3S. Dan Saleem and this is your Secretary, Dan Saleem. Yesterday's first day of FLC. No. Good morning, FBLA. My name is... That's too sexy. What? That's too sexy. This is a letter, a bunch of papers, that I had to write to my future self in health, and this was about like 6 or 7 months ago. So I thought maybe I should read it to you. Dear Daniel Saleem, first off, congrats! You are halfway through sophomore year. I presume you just made it through the holidays as well. It must have been hard without your father, but I'm glad you're staying strong. I hope the Christmas show went well, and I really hope you didn't fall for that damn Lila Clark. A few days ago we lost the FBLA elections to Nish. But just before I wrote this, I applied us to be the district secretary. Good luck, man. I'm proud. Looking at this assignment, we have to tell you if we're happy. Well, to be honest, Daniel, my teachers don't really like me, and I don't get invited to parties a lot. Daniel, I'm depressed, but I hope that we're better now. Because you are a Saleem, and Saleems have hope all the time. Maybe things got worse. To that I say I'm sorry. Life is a difficult and hard road sometimes, but we are not giving up. That is one damn promise that we are keeping to ourselves forever. No matter what happens, Mr. President, because a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor, and you have so much to do before we park this boat in the dock. Be that JFK we always wanted to be. You'll find your Jackie in no time, and America's gonna love you guys. Please keep your squad together, no matter how many times they decline your party request. They're good people. Promise me that you'll tolerate people, because I bet half of them are just as lonely as you, if not lonelier. If you find another job, please don't work at Scarsdale. Try working for a law firm or a politician. I hope the young Republicans went well this year. I know schoolwork probably sucks, but please get good grades, because my heart is set on Harvard, and it would really help the campaign a whole lot. Play with Sammy. He's getting older every day. Use acne medicine every night. Buy a navy pinstripe suit. And if you're done with Invisalign, use your retainer. Stay in touch with the Croton kids. Make sure you listen in AP World. Buy that cologne that Lila always likes. Always fight for Sean to get him to honors and never stop loving school. And remember that a man never forgets his family. Go on hikes. You'll like them. These are all just suggestions because I need us to be happy, and something must change, and I know we have the power to change. We're going to be laughing about this in the White House someday. So yes, I guess this is goodbye. But remember, we cannot change and we cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. All the best, Dan Saleem.